Yo, what's going down, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston, aka the King of Boston, and today we're back for episode 60 of the Georgia State Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14. And here you can take a look at the recruiting screen. Just again, no major recruits or anything, or commits, I should say. Just some, minor kind of switching things up with like point totals or whatever. I usually try to find the guys that the ones that I have the green on, but then maybe I'm within like 200 points on, and try to put my most amount of points into them and just dispense them, and that stuff fluctuates every week. It's kind of a fluent situation, so that stuff tends to change, but it's nothing too important. But check this out, we're in Ole Miss in a game that I'll touch on in a bit, but I'm calling a must-win right now. But it is snowing in Mississippi. I don't live in the South. I have never really, I don't think I've ever actually, well, I guess I've been to Florida a couple times, but I've never really been in like the deep South or anything like that, and I don't know, if Mississippi or wherever Oxford, Mississippi kind of qualifies as the deep South, but that area in general, I don't imagine it snows down there too much. So this was pretty funny, snowing in Ole Miss. I wonder when the last time an SEC game snowed in or whatever, but either way, so I'm calling this game a must-win. We've touched on the situation in prior weeks, but we kind of have two shots to become bowl eligible with this game and the game last week against Texas A&M. Couldn't get it done on the road last week, and we're trying to do it on the road again this week. We have one final game next week on the road against the number 8 team in the nation, Georgia Tech. So I'm not really counting on our team to really even I mean, I'm sure we'll put up a fight, but I would not want to go into that game knowing we need to win to go to a bowl game. And getting 6 wins as an SEC team, I imagine that'll get us a good bowl spot. Also, a win today would get us back up to like 4th, I think, in the division, 3rd or 4th in the division. Right now, we're like 5th. So this game is very important on many levels, and it's not a good start. Michael Miller, I'm not sure how to pronounce that first name, but he gets into the end zone with a rushing touchdown. So Ole Miss strikes first. Avery Sweeting on the return, and Sweeting is not a guy you hear a lot about. He's one of our depth receivers, and he's been on the kick return all year long, and he's gonna put in a really nice game. He's gonna get a couple really nice returns that you'll see here coming up. So Ross Jackson with an 11-yard pickup, and that's gonna be a first down. Now here we go, dump off to Kylie Neal, breaks the tackle, gets shoved down, but picks up 6 yards. 3rd and 3 coming up. We convert. Now first down, triple read option. Pitch to Kylie Neal, cuts back in and picks up 7 yards. Nice hard running right there, turning what could have been a 5-yard gain to a 7-yard gain. That is very important for Kylie Neal to do. A speedy type of running back who can fight for extra yards is always a good luxury. So 3rd and goal, and you can see I end up hot routing Justin Wagner to a drag, not a slant. I wanted to go slant because a drag's not going to get him to the end zone, and I didn't realize until after I snapped the ball. But either way, Wagner makes the catch and kind of evades 2 tacklers, a lot like Jermaine Kearse in that Super Bowl play from this past season. But a nice play by Justin Wagner, and he gets into the end zone, so we answer back at the end of the first quarter. 7-7 is the score. Ole Miss back with the ball. Last play of the first quarter. Miller's going to scramble to the right side. He's got some open space, and he gets leveled right there, but he picks up 9 yards. So 2nd and 1. It's first play of the second quarter. Another read option. A pitch. This time it's to Dodson, and Dodson's got all the space in the world to the 15, 10, 5 touchdown. A long touchdown run for the Rebels, and they answer right back and retake a 14-7 lead. You can see Mark Dotson celebrating in the end zone in the snow. I still can't get over the fact that it was snowing this game, but we get the ball back. 7:09 to play in the second. First things first, we're going to go with the screen play. Kyler Neal makes a nice cut, evades a tackler, and picks up 14 yards, probably doubling his yardage there on the play with that nice move. And now we're going to hit Ross Jackson on a curl route. He's going to fight for some extra yards himself, pick up 20, and we're across into Ole Miss territory. We're going short here. Jackson is open on the slant. I had Neal wide open on the check down in the flat, but we hit Jackson. Now we're going to the flat once again. Tyshawn Clemens, who gets shoved out of bounds, barely picks up the first down, but he gets it either way. Now Johnson's going to keep it on the quarterback run, slides down and picks up 9 yards. Shotgun set 3rd and 5 later in the drive, short, and Jackson cannot hang on. So 1:20 to play, and we receive to start of the second half, so this could be a good chance to take a bit of a gamble here and go for it. But instead, I'm going to settle for the field goal. I'm going to take the points, thinking if my defense can just get, not even a full stop, just hold a team to a field goal, then we'll be in good shape. So kind of instead of, needing to pick up a stop at some point, if we hold them to a field goal, our defense will have done our job. But here we go. We might have to, that kind of plan ends up, kind of involves us not letting them score here to end of this first half. And right now they are driving. Miller left side. That is going to be caught by Quincy Abadoeo. I don't know if I pronounced that right. But Miller here ends up gets tackled for a huge loss right there. 3rd and 15 coming up. Miller dropping back, tons of time looking to the end zone, and it's incomplete. So we hold them to this field goal, and that is going to make it, that's going to keep it a 1-possession game. This will make it a 7-point game, and we do receive to start of the second half, so could be a good opportunity to tie the game once again. But we got 25 seconds left still. We're going to look to make one quick play here, just try to get into field goal range at least, but Jackson breaks free, and he's gone into the end zone for a touchdown, a 50-yard touchdown reception, and the Georgia State Panthers have tied up the game, and that is going to be the score heading into the half after the ensuing PAT. So a big play right there from Georgia State, from Jeremy Johnson to Ross Jackson. A huge play, actually, tying up the game. And we're going to look at the Georgia. I don't know why the Georgia State fans are near the Ole Miss tunnel, but either way, 17-all is the score, tie game. Just what we wanted heading into the half, and with receiving the ball to start out the second, I feel very confident about our chances going forward. This Ole Miss team is 3-7. This is one of the reasons, or that's pretty much the main reason why I think we need to win this game. It's a very winnable game. We've been on a 4-game losing streak, and it's a great opportunity to get off the schneid. So Blake Gardner makes a catch as a check down out of the backfield right there, picks up a first down. Now a read option. Johnson will keep it, cut back in, and once again, Johnson, as he does so well, keeping his feet moving and just picking up a couple extra yards after contact right there. Now Neal's going to pick up 9 yards on 2nd and 4 to give us a first down. Next play, it's going to be Jeremy Johnson keeping it another read option, and once again keeping his feet moving, picking up 9.5 or so yards. So later in the drive, 1st and 10 play action fake. I'm looking short, wide open in the check down is Kyle Rucker, who falls forward and picks up about 6. Now later in the drive, it's 1st and 10. Johnson shotgun, already wasted 6 minutes off the clock on this drive. A long drive for the Panthers, but an effective one. And now it's 2nd and goal, hand up to Neal, and he shoots the gap and is into the end zone for the score, a 5-yard touchdown run for Kyler Neal, and the Panthers have taken their first lead of the ballgame, 24-17. The Ole Miss Rebels right back on offense. They get a nice 15-yard carry from Kylo Moore. I'm just going to call him Moore, and now Moore once again getting the handoff, gets leveled right there by, I believe that was Ladarian Young, but a nice 9-yard pickup. Now 3rd and 1, Michael Miller keeps it and picks up the first down, a 7-yard gain. Now 1st and 10 seconds left to play in the third. Miller to the left side, ends up once again doing exactly what I like about Johnson, falling forward a little bit, picking up an extra yard or two. 2nd and short, Miller once again keeping it. This time it was a pass play, but Miller creates his own right there and gets a nice gain. And now Miller again tries to keep it, but this time we read it well, and there is our man making the play. So that's going to set up 4th and 6. They're going to go for it here, down by 7. A little early in the game to be going for it in this type of situation, but Cody Core makes the 11-yard pickup. Now it's 2nd and goal, end zone touchdown. That's going to be a 7-yard touchdown for Christian Morgan, and Ole Miss has tied up the game once again with 6:24 to play here in the 4th. So a tight one down the stretch, and it looks like we're headed for another classic here in the SEC. Kyler Neal up the middle on the read option, picks up 8. And now later in the drive, 2nd and 2. It's the next play. Actually, Neal keeps it, shoots the gap, and it's going to get up across the 50 into about the 46-yard line, or onto about the 46-yard line of Ole Miss. Now 3rd and 9. Johnson, play action fake, looking, no one open, throws it away, and we're going to have to punt it away. I believe that is our first punt of the game. You can see Johnson's just his 3rd incompletion. So now Ole Miss gets the ball back. Great chance to try and take the lead. 2nd and 9. 2-yard or 7-yard pickup for Moore, and now next play Moore gets the first down, just barely. Looks like we could have tried to collapse on some of those holes right there, but Moore finds the hole and gets the first down. Now later in the drive, 1st and 10, Moore again up the middle, picks up 15 yards, and now from about midfield, Michael Miller dropping back, looking for the corner route. He's got his man. That's going to be a big first down. Now 2nd and 4, Miller out of the shotgun set, looking short, and that's going to be hauled in by Christian Morgan, the touchdown recipient earlier. 2nd and 10, Miller, screenplay, looking for Kylo Moore once again, and Moore picks up a big gain. About 8 yards, gets hit hard right there though and stops short of the first down. 3rd and 2, and check this out. This is some sort of glitch. Miller ends up just standing there. Maybe some miscommunication. I don't know what happens when we catch a huge break, as that's going to hold Ole Miss to a field goal attempt. The kick is up and good, and now Georgia State has 90 seconds left to potentially salvage this season and make a bowl game. Avery Sweeting on the return. He's had a couple good returns already today. This time he's going to shoot a gap. No one is going to bring him down just yet, and now no one's in front of him. Across the 50, inside of the 30, and a huge pickup for Avery Sweeting, putting the Panthers in field goal territory. But this one's coming back. It's a clipping, so we get the ball back at the 21-yard line. Now 4th and 6, already a 4th down, and a big shoestring catch right there for Paul Walker down the sideline, and he gets a huge gain inside of the 30. And now the Panthers are driving. Johnson looking short. It's Kyler Neal. And check this play out. A great decision by Neal. Goes behind Warren so that Warren can look to pick up a block or two right here. And he does just that, blocking 2 players. Neal picks up a couple extra yards. He's going to get 17 in total. Now 30 seconds to play. Johnson, end zone, touchdown, Rufus Warren. 2 huge plays for Warren on that drive, and that's going to give Georgia State the lead with 24 seconds to play. Now 10 seconds to play, it's 3rd and 9. Michael Miller dropping back. He's going to look deep. He's got a man, and that's going to be caught. 4 seconds to play, final timeout called. Or I guess it'll be the second timeout called. Ole Miss has one shot at the end zone from about the 40, hugging it deep, incomplete, and Georgia State finally wins. The 4-game losing streak is over, and Georgia State has put themselves in given themselves eligibility for a bowl game. So that was the goal heading into the year. Be 500 and try to make a bowl game. Not clinched yet. You got to win 7 to clinch a bowl game. 6 just makes you eligible. We'll have a tough rivalry game coming up next week. But until then, that's going to do it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy. Peace.